Years before that last one, I was just thinking about that last one. It's actually been years ago now. Going back to when I wrote this, I was sitting in a dark movie theater because that's when we didn't stream things on our television. We just had to watch whatever they programmed. If you wanted to go see a new release movie, you had to go to the theater and do it. And I was sitting in this dark movie theater this particular evening, watching this movie titled The Fabulous Baker Boys. Starred Jeff Bridges and Bo Bridges, and I believe, if memory serves me correctly, Michelle Pfeiffer was the female lead. Yeah, and it took place in Seattle, the movie. And Jeff Bridges' character, lived in this old abandoned, worn out warehouse space down by the docks there in Seattle, lived across from where all the fishing boats were tied up. And there was a little girl, her mother, that lived in a abandoned warehouse space above his. This little girl, there was no father up there in that household. Little girl would come down the fire escape throughout the film. Every day it seemed like, and sit outside on the landing of the fire escape outside Jeff's character's window, talk to him, and he was very kind to her. He became sort of the surrogate father to her. He'd listen to her tell about her day, and she'd usually ask him how his day was going and when. This particular scene, though, he came back in from having a big blow-up with his brother's character, Michelle Pfeiffer's character. Just really in a real nasty disposition. Came storming back into his place. Grabbed a bottle of whiskey and poured half a glass full. Started throwing that back. Of course, the little girl was about 10 years old. She heard that door shut down below, and she came down like she had done every other day. Sat out there on the landing of the fire escape talking to him through his window, and he didn't turn around, didn't really even acknowledge her hardly, because he was so angry. She was a little perplexed. She kept, telling him about her day, and he didn't really respond much. Finally, she asked him about his day, and he spun around, just bit her head off for no reason at all, crushed her. She jumped up with tears in her eyes, ran back up the fire escape to get away from him. He stood there, staring at that half glass of whiskey, thinking about what a jerk he just been, that little girl. So in the dark there, I pulled out a little notepad I used to carry with me, a little tiny pad, because we didn't have cell phones then. Well, we had them, but it was like carrying a cinder block around with you, that battery. Usually on a construction site, you'd see a foreman or somebody put that on the hood of the car, on the truck. I had one, I think, about that when I went to this movie, but it was behind the seat. I could talk as long as I didn't have to walk anywhere. So you couldn't take notes in the theater or anything, so I had this little pen, a little pad that I kept with me, just if ideas crossed my mind. I jotted this first line down, sitting there in the dark watching it. I got back out of the car after the film. I wrote a couple more lines and I finished it when I got home, but didn't really have anything to do with the movie literally, just the emotion of that moment. And it caused me to write this. You never know, as Merle Haggard said to me one time, you never know where a song is going to come from, boy. I didn't that night. I paid the rent on a rundown place. There ain't no view, but there's lots of space. My heart that you own. Pay the rent, pay the rent on time. Baby, I pay you every single dime. My heart that you own. Used to be I could love you for free, way back before you bought the property. Now I paid daily on what once was mine. Lord, I probably owe you for these tears that I cried. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I pay the rent on a rundown place. There ain't no view, but there's lots of space. My heart, the heart that you own. ain't overdue, so you can't throw me out. I've loved you for years, don't know where I'd go now. Yeah, 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 yeah. I feel in a running place. Rain on you, but this lost space. My heart's strong. Yeah, my heart's strong. Thank you.